Michael, you said earlier that you're expecting this silver rush and that you expect silver to catch up with gold. I mean, where do you see prices headed for silver by year end and in the next 2 to 3 years?
By year end, you know, I look at the big picture. In the next, $100 an ounce is an absolute no-brainer. There's so little silver coming to market. 70% of the silver supply comes as a byproduct from mining other metals. So if the economy goes down right now, you know, the stock markets, PE ratios are insane. Dividend yields are near the lowest that they've been in the last 130 years. I've got 130 years of dividend yields. Robert Shiller of Yale University put together the S&P index going all the way back to 1880. We are at lower dividend yields right now than the first 118 years of data. That suggests that we're in a bigger bubble in the stock market than the first 118 years. So what I see in the future is I believe that we're in what's called a dead cat bounce right now. The markets will roll over probably by the end of the year and start falling. Within the next 18 months, I expect to see silver up in the 20s, possibly the 30s. But $100 an ounce is an absolute no-brainer for silver.
Let's take a look at the current environment. And central banks are beginning to raise interest rates. To what extent has that been priced into current prices?
I don't believe it has been priced into current prices. Now, you know, Alan Greenspan eliminated the 30-year Treasury bond for quite a while. And so the U.S. government debt rolls over at an average 4.5 years. If interest rates go up, that means the deficit just gets larger. I mean, the interest payments on our debt is huge. So I don't see any scenario where gold and silver don't rise. It'll end up rising in a deflation like it did during the Great Depression. It'll end up rising if we go into big inflation. And, you know, one day I do expect a hyperinflation for the U.S. dollar. That'll be way down the road. But I expect there's going to be some serious... This decade is going to be completely unlike anything that any of us that are alive right now have experienced this coming decade.
Sounds... Michael, we heard from the World Council yesterday. It says that China's gold demand may double within the next 10 years, making the country the world's second largest consumer of gold after India. Your take on that?
Well, investors tend to chase things that are rising. Gold has risen now for 9 consecutive years. Silver outperformed gold significantly for the first 7 of those years. And as this bull market progresses, I expect more people to rush into this worldwide. You know, my book just came out in Chinese, and I spoke with somebody that bought it in Beijing. So this bull market is completely different than the last one.
Right.
The last bull market, only 10% of the world's population could participate. This time it's everybody.
Okay.
And so doubling in the next 10 years, it'll go up 100-fold.